live by the fire pit. Just chilling out. Got rain. Been getting regular rainy. Even got rain today. I was mowing the yard earlier. Hey, Mike Andre. Hey, Fuzzy Adventures. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I got up kind of early. Went ahead, mowed the yard. I was about to do some couple of other things. Poked my head out and it was raining here. So I timed that perfectly. And with us getting rain, I'm able to light the real wood fire pit. Hey Eduardo, welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Just relaxing by the fire pit. Got a decent stack of logs in the pit. I'm burning both mesquite and hackberry. I know a lot of people around here are telling me that that's just about sacrilege to burn mesquite and just in the fire pit. A lot of people like using that wood for grilling. But it's a nice way to spend the evening. I mean, I think we're in the upper 70s, maybe lower 80s. There's been a good north breeze, so it doesn't feel as humid as we normally feel here. I'm doing well, Eduardo. Thank you for asking. So earlier this week, I did a premiere. Joanne and I went to a ribbon cutting for the Native American exhibit at the Children's Museum in San Antonio called the Doceum. It was a really cool event. We had a lot of fun at it. We got invited there by the San Antonio Mission's Indian descendants, but the event was made possible by this group called AIT, American Indians in Texas. Hey, Plywood, good evening. Welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? Plywood, I have yet to catch one of your lives. I'm gonna after this live, I'll go to your channel and turn on the notifications because I mean you're very consistent in my live stream. So I think it'd be really cool to hop on one of your live streams. Thank you, Eduardo. Yeah, so with this getting rain, I can actually burn the wood. Oh, okay. Kind of like how I go live. I just been doing pop-ups, but eventually I plan to set a time. Oh, I totally agree, Eduardo. Yeah, I miss Dennis too. Uh, Used to be just about my morning routine to watch one of Boondocking with Dennis's videos. I mean, I did meet him in person once. He's super nice guy, really kind hearted and very supportive of everybody. Dennis was great. Yeah, I always liked his videos where he'd be saying, and you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. I haven't dropped this video yet. Well, I have it scheduled, but the Lavender Fest video, I make a big mention to Dennis at the beginning of the video. And he was such a great guy. No, he'd be funny with the dad jokes. Hello, coffee walks and whatever. Good to see you. Welcome in. Very nice to see you. How have y'all been doing? Hello, Eric and Angie. Angie, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey, Squirrel Magnet Fishing. Hey, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Good to see you. Just doing live by the fire pit. Hey, Squirrel, I was meaning to ask you in your magnet fishing, what is the most interesting thing you ever found? Yeah, coffee. Good to good to hear. Oh, really? Yeah, I was wondering about that. Whenever I see that, like, what's the name of the channel? Happy Place Camping. And recently on one of their videos, they were doing some magnet fishing. And that makes me think of what are the crazy things you find. Hello, Holly. Nice to see you. How are you? How's the weather in Canada? By the way, Holly is Kearney's Lounge. Uh, she loves her Labrador retrievers. I don't know if I've ever mentioned to you, Holly, the dog I had before Jackie Boy. She was a lab mix. Yeah, that would probably be the wise thing to do. Just turn them in. You're probably, well, I think here we got probably close to 90. We did have rain early on, and That does make a difference, on how your day is going to be. Yeah, what's interesting, we have not gotten as hot as we can get, except for maybe one day in April, we were 98 degrees Fahrenheit, but
Mm-hmm.
mostly through May and into June, we've been in the lower 90s, and been getting regular rain, which which is nice. We definitely need the rain. We've been in a drought for over 4 years, but that has kept the temperature down. But later on this week, they're saying we will be getting up in the mid 90s. And when the rain kind of tapers off in the summer here, then we get hot. You know. Oh, that's for sure. Oh, I loved your plant video, Holly. That was so cool to watch. The gooseberries. Oh, what I remember the gooseberries. I know you mentioned others. Yeah, definitely needs to, for Corpus Christi's sake, both Choke Canyon and Lake Corpus Christi. Yeah, well, I had the wind blowing out of the north earlier. It was quite breezy, kind of had a cool feel, and even us getting a cold front in June is unusual. But I'm definitely not going to complain about it. Oh yeah, what? Flowers are nice. My front yard, I have it all planted with native vegetation, and I did that because those plants, unless it's an extreme dry period, um, they can survive on rainwater alone, and they're all perennial. So, oh, that's nice. It coffee walks and Holly Kearney's Lounge. Y'all both remind me of when I used to work at this retirement home, and one of the residents there every summer, I think it would come about May, him and his wife would take off and spend the summer in Canada. Hey Jeff, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah, what was interesting about this man, he was a World War II veteran. He was a retired full bird colonel, all very sharp tongued. This guy did not mess around. If you did something you didn't like, he'd let you know about it. And I was one of the very few employees there that actually got along with this man. We just got along great. He was a super good guy. No, of course, this was in the 90s. Now you couldn't get away with this. I'd be over working in the area where his apartment was at. He'd see me and he'd say, "Kevin, come here. I need to talk to you." And thinking of the first time, and I said, "Okay, Colonel Wheaton, what do you need?" No, no, come on in. I need to show you something. Walk in and hand me an ice cold beer. There you go. And that happened all the time. Yeah, that retirement home, at the time it was called Air Force Village. And at the time I was working there, the residents there were all, the majority of them were World War II veterans. What else was interesting about that place? When some of them would tell you about the experiences they had in World War II. Hey, Troy, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I hope Frances is okay. You know, she seemed a bit upset at the end of her live. Yeah, I recall this one gentleman, and I know Troy is familiar with the World War II warplanes. This man was, yeah, I wasn't either, Troy. I wasn't sure what happened. Yeah, because she's such a nice person. Maybe she just got upset with the dashing people. Oh, back to this, and Troy, I know, is familiar with the vintage aircraft, and this gentleman was telling me about some of the things he did flying a P 47 Thunderbolt. And he described to me when he went up against the first operational jet fighter, the German plane called the Me 262. And the Thunderbolt was able to take it down. Oh yeah, I think that design would still even work today. I mean, it would be a bit slow compared to some aircraft, but you take like it's the Thunderbolt 2, the A-10, the P-47 could probably outrun it. You know, 850 caliber machine guns on that beast. That thing could do some damage. Well, I recall Troy was live from an air show, the Corpus Christi Air Show, which was a really cool event to watch. And when he was live there, he he come across the B-25 Mitchell, and some guy he was an American mechanic. I can't recall his name. I recall some of the history of him. His family was interned by the Japanese in the Philippines. But the B-25 was a medium bomber. But instead, what he did was take the B-25 and just put a bunch of guns on it. Oh, no worries, Holly. Those things happen. So when they they loaded it up like that, and then it was used, and it had some very devastating effect. I need to get to one of the air shows one time. They have them here. Yep. Uh, Not far away from me. Oh, I bet it was, Eduardo. Oh, imagine that was just so fun to see. I was saying, not far away from me on Lackland Air Force Base. They have a parade ground, and they have a lot of vintage aircraft there. But I've never taken a video of it because one thing, I would have to get the pass onto the base, and then to take video on the base. There's a whole other world of restrictions. I think that would be too much of a headache. Oh yeah, the Blue Angels are awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. Don't the Blue Angels now fly F-18s? Oh, yeah, definitely. And also, thank you, Troy. Also, the Air Force Thunderbirds, do they still fly? I think they still fly the F 16s. Yeah, you too, Holly. Exactly, Eduardo. Oh, okay. And, okay, thank you, Troy. And, Troy did work with aircraft. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You still do work with aircraft. Oh, yeah. That is, that plane is phenomenal. You know, the F 30, the Lightning II. And, you know what? I think of its namesake, the, oh, I can't remember the number, designation, but it was called the Lightning. Oh, P-38 Lightning. Yes, they do. Yes, Blackhawks are awesome. Yeah, but the P-38 Lightning, uh, it was one of the first fighters that could contend with anything. The German Bf 109 or the AM-10, A1M0. It was one of the few planes that, oh yeah. Now, I watch a lot of things and read about certain stuff, and there was that the Battle of Qashm in Syria. You know, there's another name for it, but it's where that Russian paramilitary group and Syrian fighters went up against, Army Rangers, Green Berets, Marines, the U.S. Air Force, and lack of a better term, they got their asses handed to them. Are they flying from Kestrel Airfield? Yeah, those vintage aircraft are cool to see. Hey, Matt out here, welcome in. Good to see you. Oh, definitely. Uh, in that battle of Kasham, of course, the F-15 Strike Eagles did a lot of damage, but they had the F-22s in flight there because they were concerned that the actual Russian Air Force was going to launch and go after them, and they would have met the F-22s. I don't think it would be a good day for the Sukhoi 25s up against F 22s. I don't think they would have had a good day against the F 15s. Yeah, the A 10 Thunderbolt 2 or the Warthog. Hey, now that Matt's in here, I probably mentioned it on one of the other live streams, but recently Matt and Donnie from Barton's RV in Uvalde, we met up and did us a nice hike at Cibolo Nature Center in Boerne, Texas. It was a really cool meetup, and then we we had a lot of fun. Yeah, Matt's a great guy, you know. Yeah, definitely. You know, model building is a really cool hobby. No worries, Matt. Yeah, he, Matt hasn't done any, or I need to double check on this, but he can correct me if I'm wrong when he hops back on. He hasn't done any recent videos, but some of the videos he does, it's awesome. And if you want information of that area, I mean, he has the lowdown. He definitely gives you a lot of information. And he's got the right type of voice to narrate things like that. All right, Holly, thank you for coming in. You have a good night and take care. Oh, that would be cool. Thank you, Holly. Now I got a question for you, Matt. This is one thing Troy says about me on the hiking trail that I'm hard to keep up with. Would you say yes or no to that question? I'm certain there are some RV parks that way. I would not be able to tell you. I'm not an RVer and I'm not in Uvalde. Yep, that's me on the hiking trails. Troy says I'm hard to keep up with. Now, when I get back to some more extended hiking in the fall or early winter, I'll have my pace setter with me. Jackie Boy will be on the trail. You know, I was showing. I have several tents. My really large tent is an Ozark Trail, and the one I could take for backpacking, it is also a Walmart brand Ozark Trail. But I also have a third tent that fits on the bed of my truck, and it's called the Right Line. So yes, I have multiple tents. That's the other thing Joanne tells me. She says I'm not sleeping on the ground. Of course, Donnie and Troy told me what time for you to get RV. Yeah, I've been meaning to do this, and I keep putting it off every time. I mean to do some walk-in camping. The ninja. Well, I got a name for Jackie Boy, the hiking min pin. Oh yeah, definitely gotta wait for the fall or winter here. You know, unless you want to be in a sweat lodge in your tent. Yeah, I don't know why Eduardo has always been very nice. Oh yeah, oh cool. You know, I thought of getting this one type of tent that basically sets up like a cot and it lifts you off the ground. If I can get Joanne to camp out with me. Hey, Adventures with BG Jarrett, welcome in. Hey, I enjoyed your brother's video on your channel, the Waco Zoo. That was really a cool video. Hello, Casey Jones, and welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, they could do that. Hello, Big Family Expeditions. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing great. Oh, yeah, Junkyard Fox. That is an awesome channel. That guy is sharp. He does all sorts of backpack packing, stealth camping, bushcraft. I mean, he does it all. I mean, he does a lot of it in West Texas and New Mexico. Hello, Chris. Welcome in. I'm doing well. Thank you. And it's good to hear you're doing well. Yeah, how I found Junkyard Foxes when I was searching about something about using mesquite beans. Yes, yes, most of them. Yeah, the channels we're mentioning, they're in Texas. Yeah, I think Junkyard Fox is out of El Paso. At least you're not driving and crying. That was the name of a band back in the 90s, I believe. Hey, Gamer Hanger, welcome in. Yes, Gamer Hanger has a miniature pincher named Jackie Boy. That is such a cool coincidence, you know? Oh, yeah. He definitely is well ahead of me about doing the forging. But Troy and Matt have both went hiking with me, and I'm there pointing out stuff that's actually edible. I could do some foraging, but I would be a little bit limited. Oh, poor Jackie boy. Oh, yeah, yeah, they do. And I have tasted stuff with mesquite flour, especially if the beans have been roasted and then ground. Has has a taste with a hint of molasses. Yeah, Jackie Boy does that too. You know, he's sitting inside right now. Oh, he definitely is. You know, Junkyard Fox. And it's fun to watch what he's doing. You know, and knowledgeable. You know, looks like he's having fun on it. I do recall one of his videos where he was camping out somewhere and someone came and blew holes, shot holes, shot his windows out on his truck. Oh, that's cool. That is a great name for a Yorkie. Maverick. Hello, Bree. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Bree is TGIF Fun Day. Just to let you know. You know. Bree, have you heard about boondocking with Dennis? No worries. Yeah, yeah. If you gotta come and go, I mean, it's simple as that. That is cool, and that's perfectly like a Dennis joke. Yeah, I don't know why it's hiding Eduardo's comments. And I do appreciate the moderators taking care of it. Yes, he did. No, also with Dennis, I did meet him once in person, and we had regular correspondence through Facebook Messenger. You know, great guy, and this was really nice. Troy was definitely there for him and definitely took care of him. Oh, cool. Oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah, Dennis did pass away. Um, on my community page, there's a GoFundMe link. They're just now looking for looking for the cost of the funeral home, is the message I got from GoFundMe. They were able to secure the finances to get him interred. Oh, really? You know? Yeah, I'll definitely get I'll definitely get the confirmation of all that from Troy. Oh, okay, thank you. You know, yeah, you mentioned RV living with the geezer, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bree, that you call him Pops. I actually met Calvin, RV living with the geezer, in Marfa, Texas, a couple years ago. Super nice guy, you know. But once that parade ended, because Joanne and the group she was with, uh, they had an information booth at the festival. So I had to get busy and set up with that. And what was also cool is Jason TX Adventures was at the same festival. Yeah, we had kind of a good time hanging out. But I had to help them with the event too. Yeah, early on this year, RV living with the geezer was saying he was going to stay out in West Texas in Fort Davis. Hey, Mike, have you ever been to Fort Davis? It is definitely a beautiful area. Yeah, but then he decided not to go. What's cool about Fort Davis? You can get out there during the summer, and it's a lot cooler than the rest of the state. I don't recall right offhand the elevation of Fort Davis, but it's near 5,000 feet above sea level. So during the summertime, you're not roasting away with the Texas heat. You got that coolness due to elevation. but it still can get hot out there. And there's some cool places to see in Fort Davis. You got the historic fort, got Davis Mountain State Park, and there's some hiking trails around there. I'm trying to think of the group that has that. Of the Texas Conservatory, you know, they own properties out there, and they have one trail. It's and I took this trail before I ever created my YouTube channel called the Madera Canyon Trail. Actually, I found that trail to be relatively easy. It was still nice though, but they have another hike, and but this place isn't open all the time. It's the Mount Livermore hike, and it brings you up uh, to the top of Mount Livermore in Baldy Peak, and the elevation gain is over 3,000 feet, so you're up there over 8,000 feet, which is high for Texas, you know. Definitely not high for the Rocky Mountains, but or the Cascades, or what's that mountain range? Big mountain range in California. Um, I'll think of it in a little bit. Okay, now that you mentioned the window, I'm thinking the window trail at Big Bend National Park. I'm not certain of I'm not certain of camping there. I know there's another trail, McKittrick Canyon Trail at Guadalupe Mountains National Park, where they have an area called the Notch. Okay, thank you, Bree. That's right. Hello, Minty Cactus. Welcome in. Yeah, I knew it was Sierra, but I was thinking Sierra Madre, and I was like, no, that's not it. You know. Yeah, there's that. Oh, what is the name of that peak in California? It's the highest peak in the lower 48. and it's not but 50 miles away from the lowest point in the continental United States. Oh, yeah, kayaking through the Santa Elena Canyon would be awesome. I definitely think it would be awesome. And yes, I believe they allow kayak camping through there. I think they have a whole kayaking trip through the river system through Big Bend National Park. Uh, I know the Rio Grande in that area is considered one of the wild and scenic rivers under the national park. I know Mount Shasta is in California, um, but I don't believe that's the name of it. Uh, Mount Rainier is in Washington. Mount Whitney. Okay, that's it, Troy. I was very young when my dad was stationed in Anchorage, Alaska at Elmendorf Air Force Base. And what's interesting, the mountain peak we could see on a clear day was over 200 miles away. And at that time, it was called Mount McKinley, which they call Denali now. You know, well, with me, it's okay to give these places back to their Native American names. You know. I'm not an activist for Native Americans, but I'm an advocate for what Joanne does with her Native American journey. No, that you mentioned Mount Shasta. I haven't seen this guy in a long time. Used to pop up on other people's lives, and his channel was called Shasta Valley Outdoorsman. And he'd put out some pretty cool videos. But one video, it amazed me, but it's something I definitely wouldn't do. He was up in the mountains. It was snowing, very windy, and he said the temperature was 30 below zero Fahrenheit. I'm like, no need to do that. Now, I had a conversation with my mom today, and my mom was asking me, "Are you still hiking?" I said, "Well, I'm kind of on my summertime hiatus of hiking." And she asked me, "Well, you don't hike alone, do you?" And I said, "No, Jackie Boy's with me." She goes, "No, are you hiking with another person?" And I said, "Well, very often I am." I said, I met quite a few good people on YouTube, such as Troy and Donnie and Justin, you know, and Matt. And I said, "Yeah, I've been hiking with some other people in some groups." But I did tell her I do take solo hikes. And she was like, "You better let people know where you're going if you're going to do that." And I said, "Yes, I do let people know." And, I usually let Joanne know. And the other thing, the other thing is I carry a Garmin with me, and it's got the SOS function. You know, I'm a guy who's out there on the trails. I'm in my 60s. You don't recover from a fall that easily when you're in your 60s. So I definitely make sure I have a way to contact people. Oh, that is really cool. Yeah. You know what? I'll have to get back with you on that, Mike. You know, and I definitely think, you know, even if you're a young man on trail, it's not a bad idea to carry one of those. Yeah, exactly, Eduardo. Yeah, we're pretty much the same age. My 64th birthday will be in November. Yeah, they do, Mike. They definitely do. You know, but the only thing about the whistle or the flare, someone's got to see them. You know, the one thing about the Garmin, it connects to satellite, and you will get a response with the SOS. Nah, I didn't beat you, Eduardo. Not at all. Yes, it will allow you to do some text messaging. Yes, it will do that. I haven't put it in practice. I actually have it on my day pack, and I definitely carry it with me. Hey, Todd, what's up, my friend? How are you doing? And nice shout out you did for Giuliano, Italian bushcraft cooking. You know, that is, he's a good guy. You know what, Todd? I still always think of you doing the buffalo grilling. We kind of competed with each other on those videos, but Todd far outclassed me on the video. And what was super nice is Todd shouted out uh, an organization that I advocate for is the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project, which Joanne is actually on their board of directors. Oh, definitely. Yes, you do carry means of protection. No, with some jerky, I mean, okay, jerky, it's better if it's super lean, and bison's super lean anyway. I haven't looked at their site in a while, but if I'm going to gander on that, I would say sirloin. Yeah, about the Texas Tribal Buffalo, Texas Tribal Buffalo Project Ranch. They had their buffalo harvest earlier this year, but it was really unusual because it was set up in the middle of the week. And the lady's name is Lucille. She's a Lee Pond Apache. And she definitely loves that we advocate for her. And she definitely loved Todd's video about them. Um, but I was like, I could have done that on a weekend, and depending on where they do it at, if it's in Walder, Texas, or in Floresville, you know, I could have had Donnie, Troy, Todd, all of us showing up there, taking some videos and definitely giving her some publicity. Oh, really cool. You know, that helps them out. Um, Now I do know when you're doing online orders with them, you gotta be pretty much in Texas, unless they changed what they are doing. Yeah, yeah. But you know what? It could still give them a contact anyway. You know? I think so, unless they changed what they're doing. Um, I haven't gone on their site in some time, but I had sent that out. Actually, I sent it to Chris for Mary's World, and he was like, "Oh no, no, I can't order. It's in Texas." Unless they upgraded what they were doing. Yeah, but it was an awesome organization. I recall the first time I met Lucille from the Texas Tribal Buffalo Project, and it was probably one of the first interviewed nature videos I did. And she did such a awesome video about it. But what's interesting, she has even appeared on KLRN. They had a series about indigenous women, and she appeared on that. Oh, okay. Then they did upgrade it. Thank you, Todd. That is helpful. If I do well, I will be doing another video from the Texas Tribal Buffalo Ranch, and I definitely will put that on there on the video. If you're interested in getting some high quality bison, you know, yeah, and definitely all grass fed. And that's what's so great about you, Todd. You're on top of things. Yeah, I'll definitely confirm at another time. No, what's kind of interesting is her name's Lucille. She will travel to some of the other bison ranches in the country to go pick up some animals. And one of the things that had come up one time, yeah, it was just shortly after I retired, is Lucille contacted Joanne. Kevin's retired, maybe he can come volunteer for us. And I told Joanne, I said, don't they want only indigenous people to help them? And Lucille's response was, for Kevin, we'll make an exception. Now I'm thinking of something else. When we were at a certain event, the dedication of the World Heritage Center here in San Antonio, I was doing part of my videos. This one gentleman, he's from the Lipan Apache, named Rudy, and he pops up. He pops up on multiple videos of mine. And when I was doing that, he goes, and Rudy? Joanne goes, and Rudy? And I said, there's Rudy. You know, and it's kind of interesting, even when we uh, have an upcoming video schedule coming out called Genealogy Day at Mission San Jose. And when I see Rudy there I did is took the video of the guy. He was a super nice guy. And I tag him with the caption saying Rudy. And then Joanne says he's like the Guillermo, of your videos when he pops up. Yeah, and Monday I kind of had a fun premiere, and this place was a fun video to make of the place. We're originally at this place called the Doceum, which is a children's museum in San Antonio. And when, let me say, we went there for the ribbon cutting, But then after that, we just toured the whole museum. Very interesting place. We were invited there by the San Antonio Missions Indian descendants, and it was sponsored by AIT, the American Indians of Texas. So, we got, we had a great time with that video. And thinking of, oh, my chat isn't frozen. And I'm just seeing Todd saying hi to Bree. Um, TGIF Fun Day. That's free. Um, that was really a fun event. Then, of course, I got the genealogy day video that I have scheduled to drop, and then the Lavender Festival in Blanco. I don't know if he's still on there. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bree. Yeah, I just wasn't seeing chat move. Yeah. Yeah, at the Lavender Fest, I met Mike Andre. You know, well, we met up with Mike and his wife, and I actually met Mike about a month earlier at McKinney Falls when he told me, "I love your videos, dude. I'm Mike. I'm from Blanco." And I was driving home, and I was like, "Son of a gun, that's Mike Andre." Oh, yeah, I got that genealogy Lavender Fest. And then I met Matt out here and Donnie at Cibolo Nature Center. You know, we did us a nice hike. It was a bit fun, a bit hot. We had a nice time, and that place is beautiful. But I'm thinking they have a lot of bulb cypress at that park. I'm thinking maybe I should do a fall hike there. Because bald cypress, one of the very few trees here in Texas that actually make a great fall turning. And by the way, fall is one of my favorite seasons. I don't know if the phone is going to pick this up. Excuse the instability. No, I'm not seeing it on the screen. But someone has a spotlight sitting there, and it's just been sitting there across the sky. I saw it move a little while ago, so I wonder what's up with that. It may be something to do with SeaWorld of Texas. Oh yeah, little bit of cricket noise. With us being a severe drought for such a long time, and we got well into the heat of the summer last year, maybe the year before, I'd come outside and you wouldn't hear the bug chatter. It was just silent. It was bad enough where the bugs were dying off. Oh, I think it's really cool to be by a stream at night and you can hear that. You can hear the animals there. Now that reminds me, and I hadn't thought of this in a very long time. One time I was along Hondo Creek, just south of the town of Hondo. We're out there doing some night fishing, and we heard two bobcats get into it, territorial thing. And you just heard that noise. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but it's cool to just sit out by a stream at night, and just listen, You'll hear splashing, you hear the insects and you hear the frogs. You may hear something scamper. Now, that's making me want to go by and just camp out by a creek tonight. I think that would be so fun to do. Well, at least the locusts are giving some frogs some food. No, it's not. I was. I haven't decided on this yet, but I was thinking of visiting Guadalupe River State Park Monday since I have a doctor's appointment where it puts me on 281 outside of Loop 1604, the outer loop of San Antonio, and actually puts me where it wouldn't be that hard for me to go and visit there. Kind of be a summertime type hike, but Even if I just go and hang out by the river, you know. Plus, it's been a very long time since I visited there. It's actually a nice state park. But going up that way, one of the state parks I really like visiting is Pedernales Falls. Okay, yeah, I can definitely let you know if I'm going to do that. You know, you probably know the park better than I do. You know, because it's probably been 30 years since I visited that park. Yeah, I'm getting there, Eduardo. Yeah, like you said, you'd be 64 at the end of the year. Same with me. Now, the true gray beard is Todd, because he has the actual beard. Now, I've thought of growing a beard, but Joanne may have something to say about that. Yeah, Spring Branch. And if I'm in that area, I need to give my buddy Justin, back Red Freedom, a call. And at least meet up and say hi. I haven't seen the guy in a while. You know, I haven't even talked to him in a while. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him about doing YouTube videos, but he just decided not to do them any longer. No, I'm gonna stir it around it a little bit, you know, but not gonna be too much longer before I go in and call it a night. Oh yeah, you know. Excuse me for a second. All right. There we go. Definitely. Yeah, I was using a combination of wood, both mesquite and some hackberry, but it's mesquite logs that are still hanging tough. You know, also with when I was splitting these logs earlier today, the wood was, since it'd been sitting there a long time and got rained on quite a bit, they were actually quite wet. Yeah, heavy English accent. What I always loved about this fire pit, it basically gives me a little outdoor camping experience in my backyard. Since you're regular here, Eduardo, I'm going to change a little bit of your status. That way, when some of the other people pop onto the channel, pecan is a wonderful wood. Um, I love the smell of pecan, and it's a great grilling wood too. Oh, definitely. Hey, Troy, you have a great night as well. Thank you for coming in. I still haven't done this, and I thought I'd doing a little test camp out where I bring Jackie Boy with me. Oh, you're welcome. Uh, no, disabilities are not fun. They definitely make life difficult. You know? Hey, but at least you're finding enjoyment with them. Hey, Mike Andre, if you're still here, what's a decent trail we can go on at Guadalupe River State Park? And we can make that visit there. Yes, they do. Okay. We'll make that a date, for sure. Unless something else comes up where I have to do that. Also, I can't definitely give you a time because I don't know how long my doctor's appointment's going to last. Oh, cool. Yeah. Texas does have a really nice range of state parks. Oh, you're more than welcome, Bree. You know, thank you for coming in. You have a good night. Take care. Take care, Bree. Well, I'm seeing only one on here right now. Yeah. So, my guess is me and you, Mike. Yeah, I actually only intended to come on here for about an hour, you know. All right, take care, Mike. And I think that's a good place for me to end this live. I've been doing pop up lives, so I had a bunch of great people coming into this live stream. I mean, Mike, Bree, Todd, Coffee Walks and whatever, Troy from Adventure America, Jeff from Calvin the Boston Terrorist, Eduardo, a great group of people that came in here. Oh, and Todd Saw, you know, your personal friend. Okay, take care. Well, I'm right there at 2 hours. Well, good night, everyone. I hope you have a pleasant evening and thank you for coming in and spending your evening with me. God bless you, everyone. Take care.